This post office is among the many potential offices that may close or relocate. A decision hasn't been made yet, and it won't be made before October. Not everyone is choosing to stash their cash. This restaurant in downtown Austin says business is steady, and we found the same thing to be true across the street. Police say McCormick held Mass out of this Plainview Hall, but he has not been ordained by the Roman Catholic Church. In less than 2 weeks, it all starts right here at the Austin Convention Center. Texas State students will have the opportunity to interact with thousands of people from all over the world at this year's South by Southwest. Police say they have video proof of this 41-year-old man who claims to be a bishop performing a sexual act on a teenage boy. Dennis McCormick of Long Island was arrested today at the home he shares with his mother.
Well, I think the relationship had been going on for a while, and it appears sometime in February the bishop may have brought it to the next step, and at that point the relationship may have become more sexual.
McCormick's Massapequa neighbors remember seeing him in bishop's garb, but they did not know much about the man they had been living next to for 26 years.
When we would go for our walks, he wouldn't even, he never acknowledged us. He never, would say hello or lift his head or anything, but that just could be,
Police say McCormick held Mass out of this Plainview Hall, but he has not been ordained by the Roman Catholic Church. On his website, McCormick describes himself as the founder of the Society of the Immaculata, which claims to have a connection to the traditional Roman Catholic Church. People who live around the hall where McCormick held his services say they had no idea what was going on. American Legion members who primarily use the space say they were very surprised to hear about McCormick's arrest.
That's horrible, because there are children that do come in and out of this establishment from Boy Scouts, Cub Scouts.
We knocked on the door of McCormick's home. No answer. McCormick pleaded not guilty to a criminal sexual act and child endangerment. Jacqueline Baylon, News 4 New York. The internationally recognized Media and Music Festival has been around for more than 2 decades now and brings in about 17,000 registrants to Austin every March. KTSW advisor Dan Schumacher says there is no doubt he wants his students to be a part of that.
What I've asked them to do is to recreate the sights, the sounds, the smells, the sensory experience of South by Southwest.
Mass Comm professor Cindy Royal will be having her advanced web design class participate in the interactive conference by having them blog, shoot, and report the highlights.
We've been preparing for South by Southwest on a blog, sxtxstate.com, doing prep work, previews of panels, interviewing people in advance.
In less than 2 weeks, it all starts right here at the Austin Convention Center. Texas State students will have the opportunity to interact with thousands of people from all over the world at this year's South by Southwest. The KTSW News team will be documenting the music festival from behind the scenes.
Really, we just want to try and get as many interviews as we can and kind of just do all comprehensive coverage of South by this year.
Students said they are looking forward to meeting some of the top media leaders at this year's big event.
It's huge. Obviously, it's huge to Central Texas. It's huge to Austin in particular. It's huge to the music industry in this country and around the world.
For Bobcat Update, I'm Jacqueline Baylon. For 4 days, city officials, business leaders, and residents gathered to form a charrette, where plans on revamping the downtown area took place. The charrette was brought together so the city could work with a team of consultants to draw key components of a code to guide development and redevelopment in the downtown area.
We have this wonderful master plan that we adopted at the end of 2008 after a lot of community input and a lot of great ideas. And then we looked at our land development code and said, well, there's a lot of things we can't do.
Among the ideas presented was a proposed alignment of the city's zoning code with community goals. Images to illustrate the transformation were available throughout the meeting.
So what we're doing is we're integrating the appropriate code to replicate or recreate what happened in downtown hundreds of years ago and coding back for that environment.
Residents were encouraged to be part of the process, which will guide downtown's growth. The mayor says she hopes the redevelopment will begin as soon as a new code is adopted. For Bobcat Update, I'm Jacqueline Baylon.